ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Okay, people, gather round. The Mark Pires Renaissance Man show. Is he still alive? Wait, hold on, I'm not done. Trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2. Is he still alive?
He is Dr. Evil.
Why is he still alive, and why did you answer when I was asking number 2? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Number 2!
A plan is in the works, Dr. Evil.
This is wonderful news, number 2. Over 1,000 days in a row, we've managed to keep the world from knowing he exists.
Dr. Evil, he's still going and doesn't care.
Well, we need to find another way to stop the show. He's making me look bad, you know? Yeah, no. Perhaps we can make him look like racist or something?
That may work, Dr. Evil.
Perhaps we can get the media to cancel him?
This is your best idea yet, Dr. Evil.
Okay, number 2. Get me Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Fauci is on the evil monitor.
Thank you, number 2. Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Evil. It's Dr. Fauci.
Well, Dr. Fauci. It looks like the gig is up. The Renaissance Man show knows all about you.
Yeah, look, they created a character after me. We gotta squash him like the friggin' mouse that he is. He calls me a weasel, Fauci. I'm not a weasel, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm Dr. Fauci, okay? Don't call me Dr. Weasel Fauci, okay? Because that's anecdotal.
Anecdotal Fauci. That's what they're always making fun of you about. That you're always anecdotal.
No, I know. It's like I said, that everything's anecdotal.
Excellent. Dr. Fauci, initiate the final plan.
They never even asked you. Welcome, family and friends, to the Mark Pires Renaissance Man Show. We are live every single day of the year for unscripted live comedy, songwriting in the moment, and total inspiration. So join us on a tour of some of the accomplishments and content created in the first 1,000 days and counting of Renaissance Man. So far in 2021, 12 albums and 156 songs have been released into the world. But we're not even close to done yet, fam. My plan is to put an album out every month for the rest of my days, as well as show up for you every single night. I've created 3 feature films this year: Batmark vs. Supermark, Three's Company the Breakup Artist, and A Christmas Story. Within these comedies, many original characters have surfaced. You know, we have Batmark, Dick Facce, which he doesn't look like this really, but that's Facce. And then of course Supermark, who's pretty freaking super if you ask me, just saying. Hammerlin Jamison's a bit of a drunkard, and he tried to get the role of Supermark. It didn't go well. He does all right at a side gig of, newscaster situation. But you can see in that top photo, he's not doing too well these days. Anyway. Dr. Wayne Doppler, tallest man alive, 8'9", Guinness, and he's also in the Batmark and Supermark movie. And Dr. Weasel Fauci, if you don't know who he is, wear 5,647 masks, especially if you're going to Mars. Stuck on Mars. I will be making a movie out of that. Sid 45, make sure you don't get rupees. Sid has rupees literally pouring out of his igloo. Francesco Vigilughi. Look, if you ever need a cartographer, there's just one guy. The Curious Case of Ben Affleck Head. It's about a guy with a head so large he could literally change the poles. Oh, Dystopia 2021. If you missed that, that's the world we're living in today. If you haven't seen it, I did a couple episodes on it. BB Poo Poo. Don't forget we did 3 cryptos this year. BB Poo Poo, Pee Pee Poo Poo, and of course, Shibbity Bibbity Boo. But it almost was wrecked because of the original Shiggity Boo Boo. Well, look, people are still on the fence, Things were pretty bad for BB Poo Poo at the beginning. And of course, we have many episodes of Spider-Mark, Peter Marker. If you didn't know, check it out. Mark Pires of the Caribbean. That was a hilarious movie. And then if you can't dance, you just, watch this episode. There's 2 of them. Really good stuff. And did you watch Match Game? I did it. And Pressure Luck in it. We did a little Pressure Luck style too, Peter DeMarkin. And if you didn't see Waterworld 2027, I'm the last one left because of the bugaboo. We did many other homages to movies and TV shows and Facce Mulder.
Sonny, you still got the cough?
There are over 100 insane scenes with Dick Facce. And then of course I saved the world, saved all the animals and stuff too. Zucker Chooch, Donald Trump Show, make sure you check that out. And we did a couple of raps over the last year. You may not want to miss those. Trump, Biden, and Christopher Walken rapping? Yeah. Back to the Future, Mark. Guys, the next movie that's coming out, Back to the Future, Mark. You may not remember some of the characters that I was in the past, so let's just go over it in real time. Mark says, I did it. 10 Commandments. Mark Stradamus, telling the future, of course. Oh, and the artwork I created as Leo Marco da Vinci. The Mona Lisa, when I got that freaking red, like murdering a family. That was what O.J. Simpson of the 1600s. Hey, Michelangelo, after you finish that, sculpture, you think you could paint this ceiling? Got it. Circumnavigating the globe is Mark Jellin. Markola Tesla? If I didn't do my time here as Markola, you guys would have nothing when it comes to electricity. I still can't believe it. I'm sitting there, I'm writing the fur release, right? I'm in the middle of it. And they're scratching it out and they're writing freaking that hack Beethoven's name on it, right? Don't even get me started on what they did when I was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Doing the fifth and taking all that work. And then like modern days, when I'm doing Mark and M, doing an 8 Mile situation. Like Mark and M's the man now, but like what I paved the way is the Marktorius B.I.G. as well. When I was Mark Claude Van Damme, I remember that one. Oh, Mark Schwarzenegger? You didn't know I was Mark Schwarzenegger? Yeah, that was funny when I worked next to DeVito. The Emancipation Marklamation of 1863. I did my time as Abraham Mark Lincoln. You guys didn't know I was Abraham Mark? You guys are all Mark Della. That's why this is all part of the Mark Della effect. Everybody's like, Mandela, man. No, it's Mark Della. Get with it. And then the time I was Mark Guyver, remember, you give me a friggin' toothpick and like some tooth floss and we're off. I'm building a bomb. So that's just a good overview of a lot of the shows, not all of them. We have tons of new gear up on the website, guys, markpires.com. And there you can pick up your gear, you can pick up a signed CD, and also don't forget about beatseat.rocks, my invention that I patented. This is her sitting on it. And this is a little demo I made. Welcome to BeatSeat.rocks. My name is Mark Pires, and I'm the inventor of the Beat Seat. Today I'm going to share all of the details of the Beat Seat. It's the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. It's got 4 playable panels, omnitone. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. It's the first drum you could sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. It's the Beat Seat. It's the only drum that you can play with your hands and feet while sitting completely upright. Anything you'd play in a drum kit, you could play on this, because you're playing with your entire body, but you're sitting upright. Your feet do this. So that's the Beat Seat, the ultimate percussion drum. You can play it with your hands, with your feet at the same time. It has unlimited tones. There's so much to explore. I hope to build one for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And of course, fam, I can't leave you without a little bit of motivation. So take these quotes with you as we get ready to rock for one more night. And yes, we will be doing it again tomorrow. So, until I see you in just a moment, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
wind starts blowing, I'm going to find a way. Some night when the world stops hating, we're going to find a way.
Tickets are available at the box office. Thanks for helping us keep the theater clean. As you exit the auditorium, please deposit litter in trash receptacles in the lobby. Please be considerate and don't talk during the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
It's Wednesday. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1101 of the Renaissance Man Show. And we're going to get into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends. And last night was ridiculous. Yeah, no, I know, Zabrowski, you had to leave early. You missed the whole friggin' thing. We were going to do a Peter Bishop. I took the night off. Look, when Peter Bishop is doing it, you know, I'm sorry, I don't know how he overcame Joanne and all of her friggin' wheezing, right? Yeah, I know that's why you left, Zabrosk, but, you know, he did it. She's wheezing, drawers. She's filing your file, the Zabrowski file, over and over and wheezing it out. But, you know, Peter Bishop situation, crypto guru, the wolf of crypto, Zabrosk. You're doing it, you know. Guys, we're here, day 1,101 in a row. We're going to get into it. This is going to be another community crisis call-in. Yesterday we had a couple tough ones we had to deal with, you know. And when you're doing it, you got to give them the Peter Bishop 101, you know, which is basically like as rough as you can be, you know, elbow in the face. It's not an easy, you know, conversation with Peter Bishop. That's why Renaissance Man, he takes the night off. He's a lazy lumper. You know, I'm here. I'm doing it. But I'm gonna pass it off to Peter Bishop again tonight because Peter Bishop, he's got a way here on the radio doing it 102.7. Hold on, we're missing our 102.7. It's the vibe. We're doing 102.7. No, Joanne, stop your friggin' wheezing. You know, guys, right? I just can't deal with it anymore. I can't even think without that friggin' wheezing over there. No, Zabrowski, I know, please, don't get upset. Don't cancel the contract. You just signed a 1-year extension. We're here, we need your woohoo. I can't go forward in life without your woohoo, day after day. And I've had a lot of other creators trying to steal Zabrowski. Look, when you got a woohoo guy, you know, everybody's like calling me all hours of that day and night. Hey, Mark, I'll pay you for the woohoo. I'll pay you for Zabrowski. I'm sorry. He's got an exclusive deal with Renaissance Man. We're doing it every day, forever, I guess. 1,101 days in a row of a little woohoo. What, Joanne? No, Joanne. Your wheezing is not any less loud. She's like, is that any better? She's George Soros' daughter, in case you didn't know. We figured that out. I had to do a paternity test. You know, we had him in one day. We're like, you know, can you come down, Maury, and do a little, you know, Zabrowski, we need your woohoo. I'll get back to the Maury Povich story. Let me get it. Woohoo! Right? Joanne! Right? Zabrowski? 7.6. It could have been better. Zabrowski. I think you were holding back. You don't hold back. Woohoo Renaissance Man Show. We're here. We're getting ready. Community call in. You give us a woohoo like that? I'm feeling bad, you know, for everybody out there that was hoping for a positive uptick in their night from the woohoo. And Zabrowski throws that one out there. then he's expecting more because he's a Grammy winner. Listen, just because you won Grammy last year and the year before for doing a woohoo doesn't mean it's guaranteed this year. Okay, buddy? You need to show up. You need to prove it day after day, day after day. One day, the Grammy committee's paying attention. Renaissance Man Show. They're there, other end, listening. Woohoo. Grammy, you did it, bud. But if you give us a 7.3, right? Yeah, no, I know, Joanne. Joanne said you got to do better than a 7.3. It's the only time Joanne's ever said anything logical, you know. Currently, she's still kind of fuming because I pay her doll hair. You know, she didn't read the contract. That was pretty clear, you know. I said it a little weird, you know, like, yeah, Joanne, I'll pay you $500 an episode. She's like, I'm in. Where do I sign? I said, hold on, have your legal team look at it, okay? The Renaissance Man, this is a lifetime contract, blood oath. She had to sign it in blood, you know, and she was like down. I said, just read it first. I didn't think she'd, you know, sign it because it said $500 an episode. She did it. So now I'm doing a Gary V situation every freaking weekend. I'm out at the tag sales. Gary V, crushing it. Guys, I got the Barbie. I took the Barbie from Mark Pires Renaissance Man. Crushing it, sold it on eBay. I made profit. He made freaking profit, guys. I'm here trying to cut off the doll hair to pay Joanne. I owe her every night. Guys, 365 days a year, $500 hairs. You do the freaking math. That's a lot of doll hair. And I'm like there nightly counting $1 hair, $2 hairs. Doing it. But when you go to a Gary V tag sale and you're up against Gary V and he's trying to crush it, you know, I mean, sometimes you're up against it. You're up against the best, you know, and he's got unlimited disposable income, you know, and he's like crushing it. Look, I found the Barbie limited edition. I kind of pulled one over on Gary V. I feel kind of bad. I was like, look, Gary V, I got all these Barbies. They're limited edition. Sinead O'Connor edition. No hair. We don't know what happened. They came out of the assembly line this way. I shaved those freaking heads to pay Joanne. And then I threw them all inside a box. I called Gary V. Gary V, I got this box of Sinead O'Connor edition Barbie, you know, situations. Gary V comes over. We do a deal. Crushing it. He put them on as like exclusive NFTs. He's like a billionaire now, I think, off of the Sinead O'Connor edition. I should have tried that and just called them the Gary V edition. You know, but look, I did okay on the deal. Okay, I did okay on the deal. Gary V did better. He's crushing it. Guys, sometimes you get to a point where someone's crushing it and you just have to allow it to happen. You know, I felt bad in a way, you know, just because I got one over on him. He probably would have bought him anyway, but I don't know. I almost pulled the heads off and just said they came without heads. Look, this is the Barbie bodies. You could do those in NFT situations as well. But at the last second, Joanne said, just throw the freaking heads back on, Mark. I got the hair. Just throw the heads back. Call Gary. Give him a ring. Gary. Let me try him again. Let's see if we can get him on the line. Voicemail. Gary. Mark Pires, Renaissance Man. Again. Yeah, I know we had the conversation the other day. Just wanted to leave you a quick message. And thank you again for picking up that box of Sinead O'Connor edition Barbies. Look, we did a good deal, all right? I know you're crushing it. I know it. You don't have to tell everybody. But you're doing it. You're crushing it. Just wanted to let you know how much I appreciated it. And I think I have... Joanne says she has an extra stack. And I think every month we may have a new old box for you. They're just, I don't know where they came from. But we have some more. If you do well on this set, you could just say you minted more. And we'll just deliver you some more Sinead O'Connor edition Barbies. How's that sound? Anyway, listen, call me back. You got my number. Hope all's well. I know you're out at the tag sale I wanted to get to today with you. You're crushing it. I know. Look, and I know you get a little offended when I do the impression of you, but bottom line, Gary, when you're crushing it, out there doing it, I'm out the tag sales, crushing it. When you're doing that, and I'm not allowed to say, you know, that you're crushing it, I'm just kind of offended in a way. You know what I mean? You showed yourself to have a pretty thick skin. All of a sudden, you're offended by someone else saying that you're crushing it. Yeah, that's you. I mean, you want to be that guy, the influencer who's like, look, no, I can't do it. I can't pay $30 for that. You can't, multimillionaire, pay $30 for that? You're going to beat this guy down over here who needs it to pay his freaking electric bill? You can only pay 20. He needs to pay his electric bill. You have to pay 20. That's you, Gary. You know, look, at the end of the day, there's something called having a freaking heart. You could have told that guy, look,
I could have got it for 20 from you. I could have crushed it. I'm still crushing it at 30. And you give him his 30. He could still go pay his bills, you know? That doesn't hurt you, Gary V. Well, I know you're trying to prove a point, buddy. Listen, end of the day, you prove the point by showing that you could destroy the man's soul, and you back off at the last minute. Anyway, look, I got to go now, doing a Renaissance Man show. If you want to call in, you know the number. I'll see you soon, my friend. Yeah, and anyway, one more thing. Joanne's yelling at me while I'm on my phone. She said she still has not received her high five hat and her shoes, that you were supposed to assign those shoes specific to Joanne Soros. And then at the bottom, you say from Gary V, and say hi to George from me. You could say that at the end. No, she said, don't say that. Her dad and her don't get along at all. Yeah, no, I forgot to tell you this, Gary, when I talked to you the other day. He disowned Joanne. I know you thought she was like the nicest and everything. She's the worst. And she was disowned by her father, George Soros. Anyway, we'll talk about that when you give me a ring. All right, talk to you soon. Have a good night, Gary. You know, sometimes you got to leave a message for the man. The myth, the legend, you know, Gary V, and then he'll call back. He'll give me the ring at some point. And we'll do it. Maybe he'll be one of the community callers tonight. There's always a crisis with Gary V, you know. Oh, I made $90 million today. Oh, such a crisis, man. Whew, feel bad for you. Let me help you with that burden. You know, let's talk it out. Let's talk it out, Gary. Look, I'm here crushing it. I know. Guys, yes, 9:30. Community calling time. I always thought it would be amazing if Christopher Walken had his own radio show, you know? Wow, 102.7 The Vibe. We're doing it. I'm going to spin a couple records this evening. Oh no. Record player. And then a freaking Casey Kasem comes out. Casey Kasem. Actually, my Casey Kasem is more like 1984. You know what? Who was that? Anthony Cumia. Oh, Anthony Cumia used to do the best. Still does, I assume. I don't watch anybody. But Anthony, I'm sure still does. Casey Kasem. And I used to listen to that when I was younger before I had my own show. Thing's way too far away. I used to love how he would just be like, this thing's so out of tune. 1984, down in the basement, The Doors, dead, done. Yeah, no, Jim Morrison was dead. Who gave me this copy? This is freaking unbelievable. Are you kidding me? The Doors? Jim Morrison died in like 69. Give me some good copy here and new coffee. I should tune this guitar sometime in the last 3 months. But anyway, guys, we are going to do the radio vibe now, I think, from now on. I actually think this is more appropriate for the style of show that we do here anyway, between the music. It's funny having Cody on yesterday explaining that, you know, that like it's between spinning songs. There's 156 songs that were written and released about society last year. You know, songs like Mandate This and Nothing Makes Sense in 2021. You know, 2021 living in the Stone Ages. Friggin' I want to just, these songs are a reflection on a year that no one was allowed to speak about. You weren't allowed to say anything. If you did, you had happened what happened to me, which is basically they shut off the faucet and they don't allow people to see when you speak truth. When you speak truth, they'll pull you down. And that will not only pull you down, but they water you down so nothing you put out is seen. And they assume that eventually you just give up on yourself. You're going to give up because people aren't finding it and you'll start to get self-conscious. I don't freaking give a crap. I have been here for 1,101 days in a row because I'm meant to be here. I create in the moment. I just spent 15 minutes vamping about something. I don't freaking know what the hell I did. But we live in the moment here. It's been that way for 1,101 days in a row. I don't care if 0 people are on or if 1,000 people are on. I'm here to leave messages. I'm here to get into something and create a moment. If it's good or it's bad, that's subjective no matter what. Nobody realizes this. You could think your content's great. Nobody knows. It's really whether or not you like it. If you're out there with ears and eyes and you like it, then it's subjective. Everybody's content is subjective. The thing is, does the person that creates the content have the confidence and faith in what they create? And if they do, support all creators is the way I feel. I said that the other day. I actually had Zini on the phone. I was saying, I'm so thankful that people out there have enough brave, you know, a brave heart
that they're willing to get out there and put on a show, especially in this world of go and hide in your basement. So when I see other people out there creating, and no matter what show it is, from a music show to a comedy show to a faith show to a news show, whatever it is, I have so much respect for that creator, because it's not easy to create, especially in this world when you're speaking truth or when you're doing something that's a little bit against the grain of society's message. And the people that do it, I applaud. I applaud you all. That's why I always try my best to support everybody that I know that's out there that's creating content. It's a wonderful thing to see the minds of others and the things that are created. Look, when you have an important time in history, the other day I was doing Jordan Peterson. I had never done Jordan Peterson before, but I realized the brevity of the way he talks. And he tries to level up with you. I'm going to talk to you on my level. You're not going to understand what I'm saying. And if I do it long enough, you're going to just kind of zone out. And we do it long enough always. And the other day was much bitter. I can't stay on it. Sometimes I can get on Jordan Peterson, other time. And it's really it's Jordan Peterson. When he says that freaking name, Peterson, you're like, what the hell are you doing over there? It's a half Canadian thing. So, but it's not like you're doing his PM when you're like, my fellow Canadians, we're going to lock down for COVID. And you're like, wait a second, is that Justin Trudeau or Liam Neeson? I swear, I'm thinking that Justin Trudeau is wearing a mask situation and he's really Liam Neeson, right? My daughter has a specific set of skills. I'm like, and does she have Cove? Does she have the Cove? We're going to lock down for COVID. Holy freaking cow, Liam. I would do what he said if he was Liam, if he was like, look, we have to worry about our neighbors. Like, shh, hold on, Liam's speaking with his weird thumbs. And then Liam Neeson keeps going, I'm coming after you. Holy freaking cow, I'm trying to just do my thing in Canada. You're coming after me, Liam Neeson situation? Imagine if Justin Trudeau, Liam Neeson in it, he's out there going house to house. I told you I was coming. Oh my goodness, PM, no, I'm sorry. Please just give us a break here. We're not, we don't have it. What if you have it? You've been going house to house. You've been going into places saying, I'm here. Yeah, we know you're there, Liam Neeson Trudeau. Oof. Or Liam Neeson is the father of Justin Trudeau. The nose is similar. I'm seeing it. I'm thinking about it. It's real. We're doing another one of the Povich situations. Joanne! Call 23andMe again. We got the data. Get me back in touch with Maury Povich. We're doing it. We got to find out if Trudeau and Liam Neeson, father-son situation, we'll get someone to bang Trudeau over the head, and also Liam Neeson with that massive mongoloid head. It's basically like a Ben Affleck situation. Knock them both out. You pull a hair, drop them in the plastic bag. We get Maury Povich down here. He sits down. When it comes to Liam Neeson and Justin Trudeau, you are the father. Bang, biggity boo! He's the father! We know it now! Liam Neeson, Trudeau situation. Look, Trudeau, you don't want to do that. Shutting everything down. Communism situation, no good. Crazy world we're living in today, fam and friends, when people almost want it to happen. Oh my goodness! I'm doing it again! I can't! This always leads back to how crazy our world is. And then I start, you're always offending somebody when you just are speaking your mind. And this is the issue with the last year. I'm having conversations with many people lately, and they just, they don't want to allow people to get along anymore. They don't want people to have differences equally and to say it's okay to have differences, And that is the issue with the world we live in today. If we had a appreciation for each other's differences, I think that this world would be in a pretty good place. But we are now taught, and this is uniformly across the planet, we are now being conditioned to hate and to create more fear. So I really urge you to do your best to stay positive. There's very few days in life. You may think you have a lot of days. You don't. We feel like we do because time sometimes acts really off and slow, but it's not. It's very fast. And you get one day every day. And it's how you live that day that matters and how you treat people that matters. I've always said, you got to give it to people the way you want it back. And karma is a thing. So for 1,101 days in a row, I've been giving it to the world the way I want it back. I send love out and positivity and create. We have never had a script for 1,101 days in a row. Last year we created 12 albums, original pieces of music, all in the moment, stuff like. Whatever I do should be okay with you. 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 Get the call, yeah, coming out. You're moving out from fall to winter through. Make it to the springtime. Yeah, no, I'm gonna wait for you. Whatever I do should be okay with you. You can do what you can do. No one should say a thing to you. No, oh, whatever I do, whatever you do, whatever we do, yeah. Whatever I do should be okay with you. Oh, whatever I do should be okay with you. That's coming out sometime in the next week or two. So, let's see where we are here. Dana, you are amazing. Thank you so much for your donation. I'm just pulling up my phone here to see if I could turn on the calling situation. So again, just so you guys know how this works, we did this last night. It was a lot of fun. And we take the calls, and depending on how it goes, like you're either going to be in the movie or you're not going to be in the movie. This is a opportunity to allow my improvisation to take on form like it does. So if you play along, you'll be a part of the movie. If you're a troll, you're just going to be pulled out and it will never be seen again. Whoever wants to pop onto the episode will see your little moment. But if you actually want to be in my movie, that will be live forever. Play along. It's up to you. I am aware that there are some people who want to play the other side of the fence. Whatever you want to do, I just want you to know this is about creating a movie. If you want to be a part of it, it could be fun. But let's get into it and see what happens. If I could figure out where the heck Peter Bishop. I think what I have to do is set this up. So let me put something on quickly so I can quickly set this up, and Peter Bishop will be back. I'm going to take a break. I'm a lazy lumper. 1,101 days in a row. I need a friggin' break. What are we doing here? Where is this? All right, I'll save that, I guess. I don't know what I changed on that. I don't think anything. All right, so I'm going to just pop this on quickly so we can get into some calls. Are you kidding me? These people, YouTube, hitting me with a yellow before I even start the show. Jerks. All right, they're going to review that and they'll hear me calling them jerks. All right, so quickly, this will be playing and I'll be able to get us uploaded to take some calls. Here we go. This is a little something that happened when I was kicked off the air by YouTube. It's a tune called Rock the Kibosh. And they were booting me for, I mean, the frames, I was 25% of my frames were being booted. This is on album, I think, 11. And while they were booting 25% of the frames, Christine Seidman said, Mark, write a song about being buffered. So I wrote this in the moment, Rock the Kibosh. And I like the vibe of this tune. All written live in the moment. Everything that we do here is a live creation. There are no lyrics until this happens.
Friday night, just trying to go live, but YouTube is bottlenecking me again. Yeah, trying to set me on my way for the night's even getting going. But we're gonna fight back. Got TikTok involved now, yeah. Gather round, fam, follow you, 'cause I'm live every day writing songs for you. Yeah, in the moment, yeah, that's how we do. We take it and we find something, bring it to the surface and make it something that you can feel deep down in your soul. That's all we do is we roll into the day, into the night, yeah. Try to find our way into an understanding of the world we're living in. But you two pulled it down, yeah. Too much truth, but there is, yeah. They can't have it out there, no. Got a couple hundred eyes on it, too much. Can't have the truth out there. Gotta fill it out with misinformation, you see, yeah. Get it from the CDC, yeah. You can tune in to any news platform, the fake news, National Enquirer media, yeah. You know they're the real virus, yeah. And I keep screaming it outside from a mountain. You can hear it echo far. Yeah, but YouTube's pulling me down. Yeah, 25% of my frames out the window. I don't know what that looks like to you. But I'm going to keep a jamming, yeah. We're buffering, yeah. Buffering, boom, all night, yeah. You can't see a thing, I'm freezing. Every time I'm in a gesture and I come up new lines. Yeah, I'm frozen in time, yeah. Bottlenecking, oh, every night. Renaissance man, yeah. It's like their plan is to stop me before we can reach mainland, yeah. I keep rowing, I keep showing up day after day. The sun keeps burning me. I don't care, I'm burned to a crisp, and I keep on rowing. I keep on showing up. They're scratching their heads, they're not trying to understand now. They just keep pushing harder, they keep on pushing me as far down as anyone can go. But I don't care, I still show I'm here to have some fun with you, because this world is dying. How so do you want to let it die? Do you get on board with YouTube and all this peddling over there? The propaganda, yeah, but they don't want you to understand the truth, no.
I'm going to actually bring you on right now. Are you, you want to come on the air for a second?
Yeah, we're on a desolate island.
All right, hold on one second. I'm going to bring you in because I think I got this set up. Haley, are you there?
And we need to find a way.
Try to shut this off.
Limited on food.
Haley, you there?
I think can you hear me?
Now I got you. Okay, see if we could talk. I'm going to try to get you a little louder in the mix here. How are you?
Right. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for calling in. Guys, we have Haley on the phone right now. And
Yeah.
I am going to take this one call before taking a break and letting Peter Bishop take over. But I did get a call from Haley.
That's great.
Now, Peter Bishop, I'm not sure if you had a chance to see the crypto movie I created yet, but he's the main character. And it's,
Oh, wow. Okay.
it's kind of a weird thing how it happened, to be honest. Like, I just said the name Peter Bishop. It's like everything else in the show. Like, I just say names and then it becomes bits. Like, we started a movie. I said this, if you watch the crypto movie, there's a line I say, oh, don't give me like some crap corn like bibba poo poo. And when I said that, that became an hour and 46-minute movie. That one moment allowed my mind to just keep going and creating. And we improvised an hour and 46 minutes based on me saying the word BB poo poo. And I just love how stuff like that happens.
That is hysterical.
It's crazy how stuff like that happens, you know?
That's amazing. You are so creative for doing that.
Well, you know, it's funny. I call it allowing. Like, if I stop myself from letting something cool happen, how do we know what could have been? You know, so like with that, we've had 50 or 60 different comedy shows. Like, I never get settled on one thing. I kind of can't stand doing one thing.
You have fresh ideas rolling too.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the process of, you know, what's sad and not sad, but I thought about this the other day, Haley. I'm like, okay, every time I do a series, I do 4 or 5 episodes and then I forget about it and move on to the next series. So I've got the start to like 15 movies. I'm going to do 12 movies this year. My thought is doing 12 feature films this year, but I want to really do 18. So I'm thinking like our goal is 12. We'll get 12 done regardless, but I think I'm going to do 18 feature films this year and also put out 12
crazy.
albums. So, I mean, look, if we can run on the same pace we did last year, it shouldn't be a problem, but that's a matter of allowing us to create in the moment and having, like you said, fresh ideas come to life. If all of a sudden the tap runs dry because I just don't love what I do anymore, then that's going to be a problem. I just happen to love this. And maybe it's because I don't make money for this that I love it. But if I did and it was a job that I would have, maybe I'd hate it. I don't know. But because this is just a hobby.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I just love coming out here with you guys and putting on a show and allowing my silly to come out and whatever happens, you know. Where are you calling from?
I totally respect that. I'm calling from Colorado.
You know, that's like one of the places I've always wanted to go to, Colorado. Never been.
Yeah, it is so nice down here. We're finally getting snow in the wintertime.
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
it's just we're finally getting that nice winter down here, and yeah.
Let me ask you a question. I don't know if this is something you have a reference point on, but I feel like the last 4 or 5 years in the Northeast, I don't know why, but it's like cool in the summer. I don't ever have to use AC in the summer. I used to always need it all the time. And maybe the last 4 years, our weather patterns have shifted in the Northeast, where it's cooler in the summers. It's like right now, we had 55 degrees the other day, December 26th, you know? It's like there's something going on. Is Colorado different? Have you noticed a difference in the temperature over the last 3, 4 years, 5 years?
Well, we practically didn't have a winter, you know, and it's just finally starting to snow in January, and we had the most blistering summer. It was insane. I mean, it's been crazy, but
just trying
to keep myself busy.
It's almost interesting to have these conversations just to find stuff like that out, because if you and I both are recognizing that our locales are having a shift over the last 4 or 5 years. You know, I'm saying the same thing. It doesn't snow here until like March. We used to get snow in like October through, and it's like March we'll get a snow. I don't know. It hasn't snowed yet. We had like a couple of flakes yesterday, but in general.
Oh, that's crazy. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's been a very weird several years. And I've always said what's crazy is people talk about global warming. I think it's going to do a day after tomorrow situation when it does happen, where it's going to be all of a sudden like glacier, you know, like what happened? It went like 1,000 below.
Exactly.
And they're all pitching it that it's just going to get warmer and it's going to do some weird cataclysmic thing where we have to go underground to survive, something like that. And
I would hope not. I am not about that life. But,
yeah, I think we'd be cave dwellers.
They'll brainwash you into thinking that it's that urgent, you know.
Well, everything is a mental. Yeah, I think everything is brainwashing in a weird way. It's just, it's
so true. Yeah,
it's controlled fear, so like in order to keep people in line. And that started with us as kids with religions and, when they tell you certain things that can't be true, like only one way to get someplace, like what? Hello,
Oh yeah, yep.
Like I still have this whole thing where I feel like we are all intended to find that connection to God within ourselves. And we are
Absolutely.
And if you don't find that connection within self to God, you actually are in the worst place possible at the very end because you felt like you needed to go to a building to get it. And like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Like he's there within each and every one of us. And again, he, she, it, whatever you want to call it, is within the creator. And we all came from the same exact source. That's the craziest thing. I still can't understand. Why do people hate when we really all came from this same source of energy before we were brought here and we became lives? But we came from the beautiful energy that is the creator. And then we were spliced into 7.7 billion. And this is why.
That's so true.
And if you take it one step further, okay, go back even from the beginning of time. If they did not section us off into different groups, we would have been together from the beginning. And so I feel like from the beginning of time, they've known we are strongest together. We need to divide them. And throughout time, there's
exactly,
and like if there was a way that the entire world on every platform was preaching love and connection and like, look, let's just get along, people. Let's lift each other up instead of pushing each other down because we get somewhere together when we do that. And I guarantee you push someone down and you think you're having a good time now, you are killing your soul. You walk away with less soul for your actual life. I don't know. It's weird, but I build more on a daily basis just by sending out love to everybody. And
I mean, that's just like how everyone now like can use the same bathroom and stuff.
Oh my goodness. Crazy.
Like all genders can use the same bathroom and stuff now. That's what that kind of reminds me of,
Yeah.
What is that all about?
None of it makes sense. And it's all about the destruction of
Exactly.
the family is really what it comes down to, is they want to destroy the family. And once they've done that, then they can peel us apart and they can turn children against parents and they can get it's just like we're a couple steps away from a very socialist / even closer to Fidel Castro situation. And
oh yeah.
And it's
That's
a weird
exactly
thing.
What I'm talking about. I mean, it's like deranged practically the way that they control people nowadays.
So crazy. I had one friend who said to me, because he was telling me about the bugaboo, and he's like, this is the reasons to get the bugaboo. And I'm like, I'm skeptical about everything. And he goes, I can't wait. And I couldn't believe I heard an American say this. He goes, I can't wait till they make you, your kids, and everybody take it. And I was like, whoa, you just said you can't wait to lose your freedom. And I said, I can't believe I just heard those words coming out of your mouth. You can't wait to lose your freedom. You can't wait till they make you take something that does not stop transmission or someone getting sick or anything. It doesn't do anything.
That's exactly, yes, you're so right.
But let's force them to do it. And he can't wait till they force us to do it. I was like, wow, buddy, we are in Venezuela in a week. We're in Cuba in a month. What are we talking about here?
No kidding.
This is a country where people are allowed to decide what to do with their minds and bodies. And that should be
exactly. You're exactly right. No one should be controlling, what people can and can't do.
And it should be respected. Like that's the thing I was trying to tell someone. I said, look, I respect that you decided to do it. Respect that you decided to protect yourself, protect your family, and you think this is the way. I respect it.
When I as a woman go into the bathroom, I'm just trying to be sitting down, and I got to deal with the loud splash of the splash of having a man in the woman's bathroom.
So true.
How is that fair for me? How is that fair for me as a woman?
It's not. And how about this? I don't want to totally go into this one, but maybe you have an opinion on it. How are they going to allow people who were born as a man? Compete against women? And allow that to be okay, and fair, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying that women can't be as good at anything, but their bodies are not built the same way.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's a physical thing. It's nothing about mental. It's nothing about the acuity. It's nothing about the ability to actually complete a task or be successful in any field. It's about the physical strength that a man is born with and what a woman is born with. Women can get there if they take hormones.
you know, me as a woman in the restroom, I don't want to hear like a man's splash, you
Yeah.
know, as I'm, you know, I'm doing my business in the restroom.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear, you know, and just the thought of that, you know, it's crazy to me. It honestly is crazy.
It also opens up the possibility for other crime, you know, and crime that you never want to think about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But that is an opportunity because a woman is in her most vulnerable state in a bathroom, and you have a guy walking in, and he could say he's a woman that day and wants to go in there. You could do whatever you want now. There's no rules anymore, you know? And this is what really frightens me for my children and for all children going forward. You know, again, in this other narrative, if you just step back for a second and realize that in the entire run from the beginning of this plan to now, we've had under 300 children under the age of 17 die from CV. Under 300 in the entire nation.
Oh my
in
gosh,
2 years.
that's crazy.
And the whole push right now is that every child in the nation should get this thing. And I'm like, am I in the freaking Twilight Zone? Nobody remembers DEET. Nobody remembers AZT. I have. Nobody remembers AZT. Nobody remembers the Tuskegee situation. It's like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. People trust these people who have no idea what's going on. They keep moving the goalpost every week. I'm like, oh, okay, so now.
Oh yeah.
The thing that bothered me most is for 1.5 years, I've been considered a conspiracy theorist when I say stuff like, it doesn't work, it's not going to stop it. Because I had Dr. Richard Fleming on my show for 4 episodes. He gave me 16 hours. You know what he told me from the beginning, Haley? He said, this isn't going to stop it. Because by the time it starts to produce the antibody situation that we need, you already go into thrombotic response because that happens as the first couple things within CV. And so he nailed it from the beginning. He said this is going to kill the same amount of people as if you had it or you didn't have the bugaboo. And so when I started saying that to people,
exactly.
but for 2 years they're calling me a conspiracy theorist for saying that, when Dr. Richard Fleming, who did the research and looked at the data, told me this, and I said, it's not my words, this is a doctor who actually did the research. And now we're here 2 years later. This guy says today, he goes, oh well, you know, yeah, we're gonna get it, but it won't be as bad. Whoa. For 2 years, even 3 weeks ago, I think I heard the sleep sofa say, look, if you get it, you're not going to get it. And then you heard Dr. Weaselfouch say, if you get it, you're not going to get it. Put 4,747 masks on as well. But if you get the bugaboo, you're not going to get CV. Well, how come?
I mean, okay, I want to tell you, this may be straying, but I gotta get this off my chest.
Let's go with it.
So, the other day, I'm sitting in the bathroom with my pants down. My panties are down, 2 days gym worn, and a man walks in, a grown man. How am I supposed to be relaxed in that kind of situation? I mean, I'm in the bathroom. Did you know that like something like 85% of women's restrooms today have men in them?
Are you serious?
It's like yeah, I'm not kidding. I mean, it's like I'm trying to work. I'm working in the mall, you know. I'm trying to go to work, and there's men in the bathroom, and I don't know. It's just a crazy situation. I've got my pants down.
You know what bothers me most is that they don't allow the people who are actually using the restrooms to have a voice. They make these decisions. And they push them through when people don't want them. It's amazing. There's 15 people that want it, 100 people in the nation that want it, and they buckle. It's like what bothered me about 9/11.
That is so true.
You know, the majority is people who want their privacy. They want to go into a women's bathroom and go to the bathroom, and men go in there. And if you have a sex change, you still go to the men's room if that's the case, because that's the way the rules are, or whatever. But this concept that there's 100,000 people and then there's hundreds of millions of people who want just normalcy is insanity. This is where we have a problem when when the minority decides to make decisions for the majority, when the majority absolutely despises those decisions. Like, okay, everybody, you could go and be in the Olympics when you were born as a man and now you're a woman. I mean, physically, it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, I don't want a man splash in, you know, my female restroom. I just don't want it, you know?
Yeah, no, it doesn't even, I mean, look, I'm at a point in my life where if that was something that was thrown on the table when I was in school, it would have been laughed at. And I think until the last 5 years, everybody would have laughed at that type of concept. You know, like, oh, everybody can go anybody can go into any bathroom and do whatever. Like, there used to be issues with attacks when men would attack women. Like, what are we talking about? We forgot about all that. We don't care about that women are... I don't even know.
I mean, did you know that Michelle Obama is actually a man?
Well, I've seen some crazy things there that, a dance that she did, and there was a dongaroo moving around. So I think there could be something going on there, but, and her shoulders are awfully broad. I'm just saying. I actually have episode 21 of my Donald Trump show is called Miguel Obama, and I should play it. You should see it. It's hilarious because it's basically, I found all the stuff where she's talking about like Harvey Weinstein, how they're like, he's a very good friend of theirs and stuff. Like, it's such a good episode. I'm going to play it for you when you get off the phone before the next call, because I need to fill up my coffee anyway before we really get into this. I started this early tonight so we can get into the calls later, But Haley, I'm so happy that you called in this first time you've had a chance to chat. I'm going to be doing the call-in thing, I think, almost every night now going forward.
I'm so glad to have been able to talk to you. Once again, I just really appreciate what you're doing out here. You're spreading some really great information, a lot of positivity. You're very handsome.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll tell my wife you said that. I'll get kudos for mentioning that too, by the way.
I hope she doesn't mind.
Now, you know what? My wife doesn't watch the show. Isn't that funny? But she's so busy.
Okay.
She's so busy.
Well, then she wouldn't know about 85% of women or 85% of bathrooms having men in them. She wouldn't know about that then. She should probably watch the
she should get that piece of info. She's on board with me. She's on board with me about that because we had conversations on Twitter with people about this issue with sports, and my wife was a high level tennis player. So, this concept of playing men and that they're all on the same level. And it's a very simple concept. Okay, if that's the case, then there should be no men. There should be no men's tour and women's tour in tennis if they're all on the same level. They should just call it tennis.
Exactly, just like men shouldn't be in the women's bathroom. I mean, they call themselves women, but I've got my pants down, and that is not a woman.
Here's the other thing that someone told me I was crazy for thinking this, but I think there's somebody who would want it enough to do this. So you're good at whatever you do when you're say javelin or whatever it is. You're really, really good. Yeah. And, but you're also someone, you don't date much. You're kind of like asexual in a way. You know what I mean? You're just like whatever. And you're just not good enough to be good, But that if you just went and you decided to do this thing, you could be a freaking gold medal winner. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't think there's a guy out there who's like, I'm like I'm like 30th in the world at this. But if I go and transgender it and I go and I do this thing and I don't really like women anyway, I'm kind of doing my thing. You know what I mean? You don't think there's one guy out there willing to do that? All of a sudden now he's gold medalist. Like, that's the thing I think is like you're allowing fraud to take place by doing silly things like this. And instead of just say, allow this and this.
You're allowing the men's splash to be in the women's restroom,
which is inappropriate. It's inappropriate for a woman to do that at all.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
I'm going to play you something right now, okay? You asked for the Michelle Obama thing. There's a couple things I've done on her. Actually, somebody asked me to do a few things. The other one I did was a little face swap of Michelle Obama. And so I took like a 30-second...
Oh, my gosh, okay.
I took this 30-second little video of her, and it's so... her face moves when I'm doing the voice. So I was just like, yo, what's up, guys? I did like this really deep, and I was like, it's Michelle. Like, what's going on over there? And I got to find it. It's like 20 seconds long. It's on TikTok. It was just totally silly. But that was one thing. This right here, I'm putting out one of my movies this year will be the Donald Trump show. I did 35 episodes. They're face swaps. I did them last year when I was totally suppressed from the, left wing. And, it's basically the best way I could explain the face swaps is I found every bad thing Joe Biden ever did in his life, and I commentaried on it as Joe. I did the commentary as Donald Trump. So you see all this stuff, and Trump pops in. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm here winning big league with Melania, and I'll commentate throughout the whole. Yeah. And the only reason I got that idea is because I saw the Hodge twins doing that. They saw a clip, and then they're terribly talking about it. Oh yeah, and they're not very intelligent. So I mean, not being mean, but they're not hitting any topic. They're just like, oh, we're coming after you. Oh yeah, he said it again. And I'm like, what the freak is this? They got millions of people watching them say that. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do Trump. What would Trump say back to all this crap? Not with the Hodge twins.
Well, I mean, I got to tell you, Joe Biden is the kind of dude to walk into the women's restroom because I'm sitting with my pants down. My panties are down. I'm 2 days gym worn, and a man walks in, a grown man. Like, how am I supposed to be relaxed in that kind of situation? That's exactly what Joe Biden would do.
And not to mention, if you've watched some of the videos, he likes to smell little children's girls' hair, and he's definitely a creeper.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the type of guy who would walk in there and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was in the wrong bathroom. I like that. Look, this is all good now, right?
He would totally say he didn't know. He would totally say he didn't know.
Or he'd be like, I'm a transgender today. My Aunt Judy told me I should do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting with my pants down. My panties are down. I'm 2 days gym worn. And a man walks in, it's got to be Joe Biden, a grown man. How am I supposed to be relaxed if Joe Biden's in my bathroom, you know?
I totally agree with you. So listen, I'm going to pop this on for you. Take a watch and let me know what you think of this Michelle Obama clip. It was a pleasure to speak with you, Haley, and hopefully someone's thinking about the people out there actually using bathrooms. And I'm getting Peter Bishop out here, guys. When I'm coming back later, I'll wrap up the show, but Peter Bishop will be here in a moment. Haley, we appreciate you. Have a great night. Thanks for the call.
I'm so glad to have talked to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. You rock. Oh, guys. Okay, we did it. Let me play this real quick for Haley, and then I'll be right back to start our Peter Bishop segments.
It's Hammerlin Jamison live with episode 21 of the Donald Trump Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump.
Thank you for joining me on episode 21 of the Donald Trump Show. Tonight we're going to talk about Sleeps Over Joe, but we're also talking about Michelle Obama. Not sure if you saw his speech, so we're going to go over a little bit of it. But also, I found an oldie but a goodie. We're going to get into it. Let's see what we got.
Welcome to Kingswood Community Center.
Is Sleeps Over trying to do his best Clint Eastwood or what? He's looking like all into the distance like, make my day, dirtbag.
Actually, that's the one down I used to work. As a joke. You didn't know where we were anyway.
The truth comes out. Bumbling Biden. Did you hear him? He said every time he gaffes, he says, that's a joke. We know you're a joke, Sleeps Over Joe. But you really have no idea where you are, do you? Where are you? What state are you in right now?
And here at home, as George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and a never-ending list of innocent people of color continue to be murdered.
Miguel, I agree with you. Any innocent people should not be getting murdered by cops. But let's be honest, George Floyd, he's a 5-time criminal on his way to being 6th. And unfortunately, that bad cop, yeah, he was maybe racist, I don't know, but he's a bad cop. Terrible cop. He should be in jail forever. And he murdered him. So, but no, that was horrible. But anybody who's murdered, but don't say countless. I think it was 13 last year. What's countless is all of the little boys, girls, adults, all of the people that are dying constantly that are not part of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Stating the simple fact that a Black Life Matters is still met with derision from the nation's highest office.
Look, I love Black lives, Michelle.
What we get instead is chaos, division, and a total and utter lack of empathy.
You see this? It's like I should write down what she's saying, and then you could write Antifa on top, and you'd say, that's what's going on right now.
They see an entitlement that says only certain people belong here.
What is she talking about, Bushwood Country Club?
That greed is good and winning is everything, because as long as you come out on top.
Says the former First Lady of the United States, living in a $12.5 million house in Martha's Vineyard.
It doesn't matter what happens to everyone else.
Why did you and your husband, because you want to all of a sudden take credit for him, why did you cut off funding to the historic Black colleges and universities? I refunded them, by the way. You ever heard of the Chair Reform Act?
Michelle? Well, your husband didn't. I released 4,400 criminals who really were, it was like minor offenses, and 97% of them were black. Why didn't you do that, Miguel?
They see our leaders labeling fellow citizens enemies of the state.
You know, I'm looking into the Snowden case because you declared him an enemy of the state for just telling the people what you were doing behind their backs. It just goes to show that you didn't just spy on the Trump campaign, you spied on every single human being in the United States of America. Good job. Very good. For me. You're going down. So all I gotta say, hashtag Obamagate. Hashtag Shadowgate, really.
While emboldening torch-bearing white supremacists.
You know, this would have been the perfect time for her to bring up the wild people in the streets. They're burning buildings, they're beating people up in the streets, they're murdering each other, the criminals in all the democratic cities. And she doesn't bring it up. She talks about white supremacists. Where the hell is that going on? We're talking about rioting in the streets. It's all of your people, Betuele.
They watch in horror as children are torn from their families and thrown into cages.
Are you kidding me? We're talking about the cages that your husband built. Look at this, right on national television. She's lying to the people. Your husband is the one who built the cages and used them first. I don't even know how much we use them, but I know your husband built them.
And pepper spray and rubber bullets are used on peaceful protesters for a photo op.
Why would I not take a photo op with a Bible in my hand? It's a total baller move. Look, they shouldn't have been throwing glass bottles and water bottles that are frozen at the police officers, so they got what they deserved.
Sadly, this is the America that is on display for the next generation.
Unfortunately, what's on display for the next generation is a psyop that your husband created, and you guys continue to foster fake news. Yes, that's right. You guys created it for Trump, and I'm just destroying it against you because you all of you are fake news.
I want to start by thanking Harvey Weinstein for organizing this amazing day. Harvey.
What?
This is possible because of Harvey. He is a wonderful human being, a good friend, and just a powerhouse.
Are you kidding me? Harvey Weinstein? Oh my goodness. But well, you are one heck of a judge of character, I have to say. Big league.
And the fact that he and his team took the time to make this happen for all of you should say something not about me or about this place, but about you.
Actually, it says a lot about you, Madrell. But look, let's see, do we have anything else, or is that it?
By the way, we're going to have, if I get elected president, free college education for 4 years of college, flat out.
Are you kidding me? And we're talking about Sleeps Over Joe, or is that Bernie Sanders? Free college? How are we going to do? Let's just write checks for everybody and give them college for free. This is hilarious. Look, I got to tell you, we got to get these people out of here. Look, I'll see you guys on the next episode of The Donald Trump Show.
Donald Trump Show. You're doing it. Just had to take a phone call. I had a tough call dealing with one of my clients. We're doing it, trying to make him a mint before the call. I mean, it's 10-10. 10-10 wins, Peter Bishop situation. And when you're doing it, you're doing it. Oh, no, Juliet. No, I'm good. I don't need a coffee. I got a coffee, okay? Yesterday, I asked you to bring me a coffee with 2 sugars. You bring me back 1 sugar in the coffee. Do you know how bitter that coffee was, Juliet? I'm here waiting for it. We got a call. Let's take it from Chris. Chris! What's going on, buddy? How are you? Why isn't this working?
Hold on a second. Trying to get you onto the air. You there, buddy? Chris.
Yes, sir.
It's Peter Bishop, pee poo poo. I'm here doing a little crisis management. We've got a PhD in it, and we're doing it tonight. So yesterday we helped a lot of people with problems, and tonight, well, we're doing it again. You got anything that you want to share with the Renaissance Man? You know, Mark's being a lazy lump, taking a friggin' break. Like that guy doesn't, he can't do one more show, Chris, right? Anyway, Peter Bishop's here, So what do you got, bud?
Well, let's see. One of my big problems right now is this, I'm a college student. We got all this COVID stuff that my college is making us do. Yeah. I'm not a fan.
No, I get it. Especially when what they're doing, nothing they're doing works. Everything they're telling you to do, it doesn't work anyway. And then they're making you do it. I get it, Chris. Look, Peter Bishop has a rule on the floor at the stock exchange. You come near me with a friggin' mask, I'm punching you in the mouth. That's the rule. And, it's got to be that way. I want to see your mouth move when I speak to you, okay? And when you're listening and when we're doing it, if I can't see that mouth, I got to get a full picture. I'm a body language guy here, Peter Bishop situation. You understand that, Chris? And when you're doing it college, you're walking in, you can't do a body language. You got to, like Shinobi. Why are you dealing with ninjas everywhere on college campuses? And they're all vaccinated.
Man.
Doesn't make any sense, right? So what school are you going to?
The University of Wyoming.
Nice. What are you studying to become or interested in?
Well, my major is fisheries management.
Fisheries management. You know what? It's weird that I'm going to say this, but I've heard that that's actually a very, very lucrative career.
Oh, man. Working with fish,
Besides that,
it's my passion. Yeah.
You get the
it's
good
what I want.
Yeah, you get the beauty of swimming with those fish. I get it. But the idea is you can make some cashish, I think, too, when you're selling that fish, to the fisherman, the fishmonger. You're doing a fishmonger situation, Peter Bishop's on board for that one. I want to be there when you fishmonger. When you're doing some fishmonger.
I am.
Okay, you call me. That's all I'm saying. I'll give you a BB poo-poo for a fishmongering. You do a fishmonger, and you're like, hey, Peter Bishop, can you want to come down and watch me fishmonger? I'm freaking coming down. I'm giving you a BB poo-poo. I'm bringing a six-pack. I may bring Zabrosk and a Yoo-hoo as well. We're doing it while you fishmonger. What do you think?
Oh, my God. I love that.
We're going to do it. Juliet?
We're going to
pencil me in over there with Chris. University. We're doing it. We're going to go down in a fishmonger situation. Pencil us in next Thursday. What are we doing? I'm coming down next Thursday, Chris.
Peter, let's make a deal here. I'll trade you 3 trout, 1 PB Boo-Boo.
I'll tell you what. You make it 4, you got a deal.
You know what?
Hands
I'll
out.
take it.
The hands out, Chris. He took it. We shook on it.
All
Juliet,
right.
we shook on it. 4 trout, BB poo-poo, send it out, snail mail. No, I want you to do the old, they're out on a friggin' horse. They're taking it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Juliet. You get the old school, what did they call that again? I can't think of it right now. It would have been funny if I remembered.
Would have been.
Do you remember when that stupid, they go out there on the horse and they deliver the mail? It used to be called something. I can't think of it.
The Pony Express.
Pony Express! Right. Chris, Juliet! Chris, out of nowhere with the save! We're giving them 2 BB poo-poo for that one, Juliet.
I think instead of a pony, it should be you ride a fish,
I like it.
You have the fish deliver the mail. Think of the Great Lakes region. You give that mail to a fish, they'll bring it to you. Swim across the other side of the lake.
The Fishy Express, I like it. I'm digging it.
Yeah. No.
I actually think it has more of rolls off the tongue a little better, the Fishy Express, as opposed to the Pony Express. I mean, right? Chris, right? We're here trying to say Pony Express?
The idea might be a bit slimy, but I'm down.
That's good. You don't want people to get too much mail. You know, you want to go and deliver more? What are we talking about, Chris? You want to go back to that house after you went once? No, you do a one-timer. You bring it and they're like, I never want mail again. You did your job. I'm sorry. You opened the mail. You decided you never want to get mail again. You got a trouty sticky situation going. But that's because I did my job as your mailman, Chris, Wyoming Chris. We did it. And you leave it there that way, Chris. You leave it there, and they're going to love you. You leave it there that way with a smile, like you hand it to them with a smile. They're going to thank you tomorrow, my friend.
They will. I'm getting a beep from my advisor right now. I'm getting a trade offer, 15 veggie bucks for 3 BB Boo Boos.
Juliet, write it down. What was it? 15 what? We're writing it down.
Veggie bucks.
Veggie bucks, 15 veggie bucks, 3 BB Poo Poo. Do the math. What do we got, Juliet? Juliet, you don't have your calculator? I'm here with Chris. We're doing a deal. You can't tell me what the veggie buck. You know what is the currency exchange on a veggie buck as opposed to the trout? You know, Chris is doing the trout deal. We shook on that one already, Juliet. We shook on that one. But now you're here. You're not giving me the calculations quick enough. And I may have a thing where Chris is like, I don't want to do that deal anymore. Peter Bishop. Look, sometimes I forget, you know, and then I'm like, who am I? Look, we're Peter Bishoping it. All right. And Juliet says, oh, no, she says that the deal works, that we clear enough. You got a deal. 15 veggie bucks, 3 BB Poo Poo. That's profit, I think.
Let's go. Oh my God, I am so excited.
It's profit right there, Chris. So Chris, I think we helped you with your crisis this evening. I do think that this is most likely going to be like Peter Bishop hour always. He's going to come in and do it after he kills it in the stock exchange when he's doing his crypto situation. Wolf of crypto. I'm out there. Made a killing today.
You want to buy my new fish NFT?
Which one was it? Which NFT?
A fish NFT. I got a bunch of NFTs of fish.
Right now, Peter Bishop is considering getting into the NFT game. I just know there's a lot of money there. But I have to see if that's on Icy Tools. I got to be honest. If the fish NFT's not on Icy Tools, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, like I'm going to buy a fish and it doesn't have an Icy Tool situation going on. So I'll do it if it's on Icy Tools.
You know, the best place to trade for fish NFTs is you got to move to Finland.
Finland. I was going to say fishmonger.net is not a bad place to trade. Like if you're looking, you know, fishmonger.net works. But look, I mean, it depends on where you are, you know, physically. Over there where you are.
I'm not talking about non-fungible tokens. I'm talking about non-fungible trout.
Non-fungible trout. I hadn't heard much about that yet. Peter Bishop situation. Doesn't have a chance to look at it all, you know. Tell me about the non-fungible trout. Does it remain non-smelly forever? Or does it have a stench after a period of time? What are we working with here?
Well, you know, for one, you can only get them in Finland. And, you know, you got to move to Finland.
So that gives it some rarity, right? We're dealing with some rarity because you're doing a Finland situation on it.
They are rare. They're rare and pricey.
Rarity,
you know, they are.
Situation.
It might seem like a slimy scheme, but trust me, I've made plenty of bucks off of this thing.
I believe it. I play a couple of games too with the wordage. I'm not sure if you meant seriously that you made some bucks because I actually caught her up on that. And now she gets a couple of caribou every day. Every time at 11, it's Joanne gets caribou because she said she could go for a couple bucks. You know, it worked out. I'm paying her doll hair. And I said, look, I feel bad. I'll give you a couple bucks. Is that good? And she goes, yeah, I'd love a couple bucks. So every night at 11, she gets a couple of bucks.
Actually,
we're doing it.
I know you have the problems with Mark Zuckerberg, but I'll sell you some NFTs in the metaverse.
Ooh, the Metachooch verse. I like that. You know, yeah, I do have my issues with Mark Zuckerchooch. I think he's an alien. I'm just saying. He's definitely a thief. Agree. And I don't think he's
like if Julius Caesar is just a tiny little man.
Ooh, I like
just
that.
A tiny little man.
It's funny. I never I think he has probably the most interesting voice out there. Like he does this weird thing when he's, and I used to do Zucker Chooch like this, but he doesn't really sound like that. He does this weird nose thing I can't do. But he is a Chooch. He really is a Chooch.
Yeah, well,
and I think this entire world is messed up right now, brother.
I'm going to tell my stream to tuna into your show, Mark.
Tuna in. I love that. You know, when you're doing it and you come up with a word phrase, like a situation, a byline, like a tuna in situation, that is good. I couldn't believe that I was the guy who thought of Antonio Brown being half buck naked. How? He's half buck naked, right? He's running. He's doing it.
You know where I get my ideas?
From the fish aquarium?
No.
Oh.
I watch the show when I get the ideas.
You watch you get your ideas from what show?
Well, from the show. I watch the show and I get the ideas.
Ah, I see. You get the ideas from the show. That's good.
Yeah. You got to watch the show to get the ideas.
I get it. The ideas are within the show. I get it.
Yeah. You gotta watch the show to get the ideas.
Well, fishmongering can allow you to do many things, but you can't you can't watch the show. You need to be the show if you're the fishmonger. I just want you to know we're going to be filming you multiple cameras we're doing that day, and we're cutting it up. We're doing a special 30-minute documentary on you, fishmonger. You know, Chris the fishmonger, and it's going to be a short. We're going to make a children's story out of it as well. You know, but like a really weird one where you kill like the parents at the end or something. You know what I mean? Because it's like a Disney situation where the parents die at the. You know, we'll work it out. You and me, we'll do it.
The trout, I gut them, eat them.
Yeah.
You know, the little trout babies. They're all they're all scared. They gotta. I don't know what they're gonna do.
We'll just cartoon it, so it's like
I gotta watch the show to get more ideas.
Yeah, we got to cartoon it just so it dumbs it down a little, and then people won't know any different when you're gutting the trout. You know, but I'm looking into your NF trout situation, and I'm curious if you'll also be considering putting out an NF Mike trout, because that would work too. If you put an NF Mike trout out there and people were buying that, I think you'd do well. You do really well if it was a fish Mike Trout situation.
Yeah.
You know, where
I take back my comment on the metaverse. I think Mark Zuckerberg looks like Rosie O'Donnell was buried in the pet cemetery.
That's interesting, and it's starting to, disintegrate down into Mark Zuckerchooch, because that will happen. Eventually, you'll look like Mark Zuckerchooch. You know,
Mark Zuckerchooch doesn't watch the show. He doesn't get the ideas.
No, he doesn't get it at all. He doesn't have any ideas. He stole all his ideas from the Weinchaco brothers. What were those guys called? You know what I'm talking about. They're doing their own metaverse.
Get your ideas.
They're doing the moment. The moment is where my ideas come from. I don't have any ideas until we go. I start with this every day.
Run along the spot, throwing them out.
Yeah, I start with one thought, and then that thought turns into an explosion of ideas, and then from there I just go with the first one I think of, and then I just keep going from there. And sometimes we have a movie at the end, and if not, we have a 30-minute mini movie that we drop, and there's thousands of those. I mean, but I think it's the thing that I love. The thing I love about this show is that without a script, there is no net, so it could go horribly wrong at any second. And that I love. That's like my favorite thing, is that I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to say. And the fact that I start with a guitar, no music and no words, and then I created 156 songs that are powerful, blows my mind, because it's just the moment happening. It's not, I always even say, it's not even I wrote it, because we did it together. This is a Renaissance Man thing. Like everybody that was here in the chat that night was together connecting, and we wrote a piece of music that will now be here forever. But it's interesting to go on with that.
Here in your, I don't want to break character, but it's a shame what YouTube's doing to you, man. Silencing you.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, but you know what? I'm so used to it now, brother. Mm-hmm. Like I really don't. I don't even really care. Yeah. You know, the only thing that bothers me is that there's been so many great comedies and so many different pieces of music that should have been seen, that could have helped people. These songs are meant to help people. The comedy's meant to just distract people from the negative world for 20 minutes, 2 hours, take your mind off the negative world for a little while. And so the fact that they've kept it from people is a little disheartening, you know?
You know what? Just for you, man, I'm going to have my stream tuna into the show.
I love you, brother,
quick.
for the tuning in. You're the best. I really appreciate you.
I got you, homie. We're going to start tuna in. We're going to come in. We're going to give you the love.
I love it, brother. Hey, listen, I really appreciate you. And you know, I've had this mentality that I'll show up every day if there's 0 people on in order to see what happens and hopefully just put a little bit of a smile out there. And I keep showing up and I'll keep doing it for everybody. I hope anybody that enjoys what we're doing here, just know this is what we do every day. And there's no net every day. And this is what we've done for 1,101 days in a row, which I don't think anybody's done that long form. I don't know. Who the hell knows? I don't even care. I'm just doing it because the world needs something positive right now. So, but
yeah.
I do appreciate you, brother, and I appreciate the fact that you played along. Because honestly, this is what's cool about this is I know that there's some people that don't want to play along, and they you know, there's weird people out there that don't like positivity. They just want to, instead of being like, hey, let's have fun with this, they just don't want to do that. And I get it, but the fact that everybody is
the Grouch.
I'm sorry?
Like Fauch the Grouch.
Yeah, probably. I haven't been looking in there. It's funny, but I'll look in. I don't look in the chat when I know that there's that stuff going on because I'm doing my show. Nothing bothers me. You know, like I'm so in love with showing up and creating that I don't care what anybody thinks because it's subjective anyway. So the thing is, if I do something that I love and I'm having a good time, all I could hope is that you, Chris, or somebody else out there can feel that same energy I was feeling and get something positive from it. And I leave it out there that way, you know? So I don't even look there because it doesn't bother me. I have no interest in even letting it affect me in any way at all. I don't want to lose my train of thought and be like, why did I even read? I didn't want to read what's over there. I'm just doing my show, you know? And that happened. What's funny, I will tell you a very side note. I had about maybe 2 years ago, I was on for about 8 months, and one of my friends on the show now, he came in with a group to try to destroy my show. And they trolled me for 3 or 4 days straight, like the whole show. And I was like, oh, cool, new people. And I never had anybody find the show because it was always suppressed. And so I finally was like, oh, cool, new people. But then when I saw what they were doing, I was just like, nothing they said bothered me because I had 0 people on already and I didn't care. I wasn't like, you know, no, sticks and stones don't bother a guy who's doing this for the planet. You know, I'm like, I'm doing this because everything that's coming out is in the moment and it's really creative. And I'm like, okay, you know what? This is meant to happen. So somebody saying something means nothing because we need to allow. And I tell myself that I'm like, just allow everything that's going to happen because no one can stop you but you. And if anybody did pay attention to the intro to my show now, that's one of my quotes. And I leave it there. I'll always leave that there. Nothing can stop me but me. The only thing that, what is the thing? One of my favorite lines ever. The only difference between me and my physical heart is I will never give up. And it's not because I'm saying that for some weird reason. I'm just saying when you're passionate about something, you do it because of the passion, not because of how many people are watching. You don't do it for any other reason than it makes you happy, you know? And
of course,
that's what we're looking for.
You got to do what makes the heart beat, you know? But Mark, I hate to cut this off. I got to go.
My brother, appreciate you. I appreciate you. We'll chat soon, okay? Thanks for the call. Hopefully I'll have you on again sometime soon.
I love you, baby.
Love you, brother. Be good. Oh, Chris is awesome. So, guys, we're doing it. Peter Bishop situation. Renaissance man. I'm filling in for a freaking lazy lump. You know? Doing a lazy lump situation here. It is day 1,101 of the Royal Renaissance Man Show. And I said yesterday we may have a visit from a special individual. I think it is about time we hear from Senor Hammerlin Jamison. Where's my stickers? There they are. I'll call back in a second. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get Hammer Jam on. Whoever's calling next is speaking to Hammer Jam. Speaking to the Hammer Jammer Bammer Whammer. And guys, if you don't know, poor Hammer was fired from NBC in 1993. He came in a little too drunk and, you know, he fell asleep on his Mexican pizza. No good. When you're doing it and the station manager says, Hammer, we need you to come in afterwards and discuss this, but you disregard that and go home and kind of nap it off, not good. You know what I'm saying? Hammer Jam.
Help, Jim. Help, way up. Thank you, ma'am.
It's Hammerlin, Jamison, and it's hammer time. That's right. Look, I'm here every single night on the Real Talk program to rip the lid off the fake news. That's right. It's hammer time. A little ham, jam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. That's right, people. Look, check me out every single night. That's right. It's Hammerlin, Jamison.
I'm here to drop the hammer and rip the lid off the fake news. We have a phone call coming in. We'll see who's on the line.
Shay, it's Hammer Jammer.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Juliet, push 1 for the phone call come in Hammer Jammer situation. Shay.
Hello?
Hammer Jam, fam, bam, wham. Thank you, ma'am.
This is Hammer Jam, Hammerlin Jamison, and we have Shay on the line. We're doing a WRAL news situation. How are you, Shay?
I'm really good. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing great. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from California.
California. I love that place. I go there sometimes to buy Jamison. They've got a distillery.
A distillery?
They have a distillery in California that Hammer Jam goes to get his Jamison on. I like to drink Jamison, and I can't stop once I start. So tell me, Shay, do you have a crisis for Hammer Jammer to answer for you?
I mean, I have a crisis for Mark to help me with.
Okay, so we have to get the Hammer Jammer off the air. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're back. We're back, Shay. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm
really fantastic.
You are. I'm going to save Hammer Jammer for later in case anybody wants to speak to Hammer Jammer. So how are you, Shay? Is this your first time tuning in?
Yeah. First time tuning in. I have, I've been in the know about you for a while, but I mean, I just kind of.
How have you been in the know about me?
How have I been in the know? I mean, Twitter, really. I don't know. I've through friends as well. I mean, I have a couple people that I've known just tune in occasionally, but I've you first time tuning in. Just thought I'd give a call. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad you did. It looks like we have our hands full here on the in the chat, so it's going to be an interesting night to say the least. But I'm glad you called in. Is there anything you do want to have as part of the crisis management situation of the Renaissance Man show today?
Well, I mean, I've got a crisis. I don't know. I've just
let's hear it.
Live streams have kind of been my thing. Like I watch you, and I don't know. Or this gets a little personal. Like, are you single? Are you?
No, I'm married.
You're quite handsome.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you. I'm married. I have 3 kids, and they're my whole world. You know, it's funny. I often talk about how lucky I am to be married to someone that allows me to do this, because if I married someone who needed attention all the time, they would be like, no, I want to do this, and you got to go do this. But I've got the greatest wife in the world because she allows me to express myself to find my happiness. And then I got 3 amazing kids, so it's pretty awesome. And I could say, I don't know where you are in your life, but I do believe that it's a journey to find that person. Don't be in any rush, and make sure that you're pretty choosy, okay? Because,
well, I mean, the rush is all the fun.
Yeah, that's true. You mean, look, enjoy yourself. This time is not long. Everybody's always saying, "Oh, you got time." You don't freaking have time. Nobody has any time. That's why everybody's like, "Why don't you just take a break sometimes?" I'm like, "Because I don't have any time. I'm running out of time. I show up every day for the rest of my life because we're running out of time. 1,101 days in a row, and we're just getting started."
Does your wife watch the stream?
Sometimes, sometimes, but she goes to sleep early, so I'm usually on. I'm on earlier today, so she may be, not tonight, but in general, she'll pop on randomly. But no, I do this for the world. It's been 1,101 days in a row. I can guarantee you my wife doesn't tune in.
That's impressive. That is incredible. And I mean, I don't know. I just like this whole thing with, calling in. It's kind of like the rush, the adrenaline of it all just kind of gets me like really really flustered, just kind of, I don't know. I mean, I know I don't want to, take anything too far, but I mean, it really gets me.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to actually tell you, Peter Bishop is currently looking, and he ran out to go grab some friggin' milk. But I'll tell him that, there's a lady out there, Shay, that's looking to get down, and maybe Peter will be giving you a ring, And also there's another guy I know of, Dr. Wayne Doppler. He's like 8'9.25" though. I'm not sure if that will work. He's probably double your size.
Okay.
But he's brilliant, super brilliant guy. And so that's another guy. I don't think Doppler is married yet. But Shay, I do appreciate your call. And I do think that there is plenty of men out there that you can at least, actually, I don't even know. I am curious for people that are single. How has it been going through this whole pandemic situation and meeting people? Is that even possible? Like, how does that work?
Well, that's where I've turned to the live streams, and especially with the call-in numbers. I mean, that's been like super fun to get a little like frisky in front of an audience. Looks like my thing, So I don't know. I mean, is that shirt easy to take off?
I don't know. So in general, I appreciate the call. I'm going to see we have so many calls coming through, but Shay, you rock. We will hopefully, I'm going to grab this next one. Hopefully we'll have you in the chat and we'll continue to have you on because we're going to be doing this every day going forward. So have a great night. Thank you so much. Someone from Kansas. This is probably a troll. Let's go with it. We'll see with you soon.
Call from
James.
to accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hey, John, how are you? Oh, I think John hung up. So, guys, this is the Renaissance Man Show. We did have Hammer Jam on for a minute, but at the end of the day, it's not necessary to have him on all the time. I'm going to quickly fill my...
It's Hammerlin Jamison live with episode 21 of the...
I'm going to quickly play something so I can fill up my coffee cup, and we'll be back for some more calls. You're on the Renaissance Man. This is day 1,101 in a row on the 3-year anniversary of the show, which was just 4 days ago. I created this. It's a super face swap. Bunch of impressions I do. And we did these at a lot of... during a lot of... I think every day last year I did a face swap. Donald Trump. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Let me tell you a story. Young man, you come down, you start a show. December 31st, 2018. He says, try to make a change, effect a positive change. One person at a time. Who knew he'd have such a hard time reaching the world with the message of love and light? He does anyway. Show up today. We're going to overview some of the people who've been watching the program for a long time now. You're gonna say that thanks to Mark Pires, Renaissance Man.
Hi, Mark. It's Dr. Evil. I just wanted to say... Wait, hold, where are you taking me? I'm trying to say a couple of messages to the Renaissance Man. Sure. So, you made it to 3 years straight.
You did, Dr. Evil.
Our allies like Mark Zuckerberg have done a phenomenal job stopping his content, but we must work harder. I'm thinking murder hornets. Let's order them in bulk and send them to the Renaissance Man.
That's a great idea, Dr. Evil.
I know. I'm frickin' Dr. Evil. Let's see if he makes it to 4.
Today is the 3-year anniversary and the new year of Mark Pires' Renaissance Man. I feel kind of bad. I called him lazy at the 500 days. I said, you better show us that you really want it. And now he's here, almost 1,100 days in a row. 3 years. Yeah, he's winning big league. And I wanted to say congratulations. Yes, no, he's doing good. I try to call every once in a while, Balatia and we watch at Mar-a-Lago with Baron. Just make sure when you tune into YouTube that you get to the Renaissance Man show and you'll win big league, just like me and Balatia. And Baron, too, he's 12 feet tall. He's still growing, actually. Winning big league. Anyway, congratulations, Mark.
Hi, Mark. It's Elon Musk. I just wanted to thank you for all of your hard work
You're doing a great job for humanity with your positivity show. I'm going to keep working on Tesla, and you keep working on humanity. Happy New Year. Hi, it's Jordan Peterson. I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate your work. You've been broadcasting live for over 1,000 days in a row. It's very hard to do that in 2021 with all of the cancel culture. You're doing it very effectively. I must confess, I'm a huge fan of the messaging. I'm always watching your show, and I just want you to know I'm very proud of you.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Mark Pires Renaissance Man. He's tuning in 3 years live. I was hoping to be there, like, in studio, but I'm there in spirit.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Mark Pires Renaissance Man. We're talking about 3-year anniversary. You kidding me? It's such a big deal. I couldn't believe it. I was watching the show the other night. I'm like, he's doing 3-year anniversary? We're almost there? I was like, are you kidding me? Whoa. This guy's crazy, doing it every night. I called Zoolander. I was like, are you kidding me? This guy's going live every day. We started tuning in together and watching it. I called Christopher Walken, too, to tell him about it.
I just want to say congratulations to the Renaissance Man. 3 years? Are you kidding me? That's some serious dedication.
Hi, Mark. It's Bezos. I just wanted to wish you a happy new year. 3 years in a row. That is phenomenal. You know, I started Amazon because I put my head down and I just kept going. Your pursuits are your own, Mark. You need to put your head down like Bezos, and you can accomplish anything. So happy new year.
What's up, guys? Gary V. I'm crushing it. Just wanted to let you know, Mark Pires Renaissance Man, 1,095 days in a row, 3 years in a row live, crushing it. Look, I told you, if you're not willing to put the time in and be everything for the people and then show your love, then you'll never crush it.
Mark, it's Dr. Facce. Just wanted to say congratulations. That's a lot to do, 3 years in a row. I mean, doing it 1 year in a row is a lot. But I just wanted to say, make sure you get your bugaboo. I'm very proud of the bugaboo. It doesn't work, but go get it, okay? Make your neighbors feel safe. And I just wanted to say Happy New Year.
Hi, Mark. It's Bill Gates. I just wanted to say congratulations. 3 years in a row. That's phenomenal. I've been working on Facce, as you know. I'm trying to stop the population from growing. I mean, I didn't say that. I'm just joking. Anyway, lots to do. Happy New Year, Mark.
Just want to say congratulations on my favorite talk show, variety program. I tune in sometimes, listen to my music. Yeah, and I love it. Whoa, sometimes I'll throw a hoo-ah out there. It's Al Pacino. I'm doing another film right now. It's about the Renaissance Man. Anyway, just want to say thank you. Thank you for all your dedication.
This is Richard Dreyfuss. I just wanted to say congratulations to Mark. 3 years live in a row. That's quite the dedication. Look, I just wanted to say Happy New Year's to the Renaissance Man.
Hi, Mark. It's Keanu. Just wanted to say you're doing a phenomenal job. 3 years in a row. It's amazing. Even though you're kind of living in the Matrix.
I hope you've seen the light of day. Man, he tries to do all his part to see the world a better place. Oh no.
Sometimes he gets a setback.
Depends, you quit or you go. This man, he keep going. I told him, take a break, go, nap it out, wake up tomorrow, you try again.
He doesn't hear me.
He does what he wants. He's the Renaissance Man. Show. Who know?
I did. I told him.
You're gonna get there. Just don't ever stop. The sun starts burning your feet. You run faster. So I hope you understand the dedication involved and the heart as well. You gotta have a heart. I hope you get this now. The message is clear as night. Renaissance Man, every night, every day.
Forever.
Make sure you tune in.
I'll see you there.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Face swaps for the 3-year anniversary in a row, longest running long-form variety show on the planet. 1,101 days in a row of positivity.
Oh, but we don't like positivity.
Oh, you don't? Get the friggin' hell out of here. Look at the day. I can't figure you out. You gonna come down, disrespect the Facce? I can't figure you. Hold on a minute. Sonny! I'm here. What the frig, Sonny? You put on that music? I'm here. I'm at my table. Sonny! You got cough? Still? It ain't cough. You got a cough, 1976. You still hold it, 45. That Yankee cap could use a wash. Oh, what up, Gino? I would love an express. Thank you. Gino, you know, I can't have an express without a biscotte. You gonna have express, no biscotte? And I want a Stella Doro. Oh, thank you, Gino. Biscotte. Express. Hey, Sonny, I'm gonna dip my friggin' biscotte right in my express. Do it to Peru, yeah. No, you can't have any. You got a stupid cough. Going China. Australia, really. Bronx. Yeah. Gino! You can't put sugar in the raw? Am I express? I'm here, Gino. I'm at my table. You can't bring me sugar in the raw? Just a couple of dollops. I'm not asking for much. Just a couple freaking dollops. I drop them in. I'm the Peru. I'll do a biscotte situation. What are we talking? What, Sonny? No, Sonny! Put the cough down. Renaissance fame, I can't friggin' hear you. Me. You got cough. What's in that cough? I gotta know. What are we doing? You come down, my cough, my restaurant, sitting at my table. You got cough cup 74. There's a mouse crawling out of the cough cup. Sonny! How dare you? You come down, disrespect Facce? Nobody gonna come down to the restaurant and eat with Sonny there. Stupid fists. You see those fists? Look at them friggin' fists. Are you kidding me? Lost his legs in numb. I take him, he's punching through the walls of a pyramid. I got a Sonny to fists. What's that, Gino? No, Gino, it's better now you put a sugar in the raw. Sonny! Sometimes you got a Sonny situation going on. And you got to deal with it, because Facce, he'll let you have it. Sometimes Facce is going to let you have it. And you're just like, I'll take it, I guess. I guess I'll do it. Maybe not. I am thinking that it's clear to me. I'm thinking about something here that would be interesting. I'm thinking about something here that I wish Christine Seidman was here because this is one of her favorite pieces. I need to run upstairs for something. The good thing about starting an earlier show is that this show's going all freaking night. This right here is something that happened randomly last year. I did 3 like this, or 4 actually.
what's up? You guys got it? We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it down. We're gonna have so much fun. Can't stick it out. Oh, I said, now what you hear is start to test. Step rapid to the beat. Add be the groove and buffet. Could have tried to move your feet. You see, I'm with the truck, and I've got to say hello. I got a black that is hey. I got to get the black, the white, the red, the brown, the purple, and yellow. But first I got bang, the boogie, the bug, the chicken, the boogie, the beat. I said, a bang, boogie, tricky. I gotta say, let's rock, don't stop. Gotta get the rock rhythm, and then you make the body rock. You go so far, and you hear my voice, you stick to TikToks is the newest thing. And all the people, they have no brain, they can't do it. There's no talent at all. And they're going, me and that, no, I got a 50 million views. Holy cow, they made like this move. Oh my gosh, I gotta go and watch it 50 times more. Let me share it again, because holy cow, I gotta tell my friend, there's this girl, she goes like this really good. Oh my god, let's make her a star. Look, bang bang, the boogie, the chick, the boogie, bang bang. So check it out, I'm in the casa, the NODVA. Oh, I said the CASA, the NOVA, and the rest is the FLY. That's right, cause you know I go by the code of the doctor of the mix. And then I say I'm busy for the top. I don't know how it goes, guys. It's been too long, you know what I'm saying? But hey, here's what I think. I gotta play. I gotta go down and say, look, we need to get another guy. Get Christopher Walken out here. Maybe he can do a little better. I got a Lincoln Continental, the son who got the Cadillac. Wow. So after school, I take a dip in the pool. It was really wild. Wow, color TV. I gotta say, the Knicks play basketball. Oh, hear me talk about the checkbooks, the credit cards, and more money. Well, the sucker could have a spend, but I wouldn't give a sucker a bomb in the rocker. Wow, not a dime again. Wow, everybody go. Hotel, what you gonna go today? Wow, say what? I don't know. Get the flying girl, gonna Dallas, spank the drive off the death. OJ gonna go. Not OJ Simpson, bad guy. She gone to jail forever. Maybe get her killed because he killed 2 people. Maybe let him go. Look, a couple years later, his dad Jackie Treehorn. That's not his name. It's Jackie, whatever the frig his name. Anyway, I get to spank the drive. I get to death to OJ. Yeah, OJ's back in there again. I said, Master G, Mr. Mello. What you gonna say? Hello? You gonna Master Mello? Well, it's on and on and on and on, and the beat don't stop till the break of dawn. I said I'm M-A-S-T-E-R-G. I'm in the man with the double E. I said I go by the name, the unpet name, it's the call me the Master G. But my name is known all over the world by the boxer ladies, the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest rapper ever could be. Yeah, we went with this beat. We went with this beat. We said it's the baddest thing you ever see. Yeah, I don't think so. You ever heard of other people like Mos Def? Maybe other people like Tupac or people like a Big Smalls. I don't know, cause you're gonna fall and I guess. You're the first guy, maybe definitely gonna be the worst guy. But you got something going. We're gonna dig it. We're gonna say, whoa, rappers delight. We'll kick it. We're gonna go all night. I said a hibbity, chop, chop, the chicky, chop, chop. I said a biggie league. Look, Baladia, don't go this, go toilet, because you know you had to take an S-I-D-T in the toilet. And I didn't want to say the word, but it didn't rhyme with it. Cause you're gonna go, cause you gotta get with it. I'm gonna get down, gonna feel with a little disco. Gonna take it to the sky. Here we go. Look, 50 million views. Can't believe it. It's that really cool move. Oh, look, I went to TikTok, give me some Mark Pires, and he gave it a shot. He goes, oh my god, hit the guitar. I said, oh my god, it's gonna go really far. We're gonna make it viral. We're gonna tell everybody. Gonna give it to the hashtag. Look, for you. Gonna give it to for you. Gonna say what for you? Yeah, gonna say for you, baby. That's right. We're gonna give it to don't go toilet. I told you, don't go near it. I wrote all over this paper. Then I told her, no Slovenians, you can't go near the toilet. So you gotta tell Barry not to wait. He gotta get up. He can't sleep. There you go. We're gonna do a song at the Real Talk Show. Gonna do a rapper's delight. And don't you know I said it, Patsy? Did you see? I'm in the trapper. I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna kick him in the number. What? I gotta know. I can't say it. You gotta flow. Gotta play all night, yo. Look, I'm with a big league. I'm with the bigger league. You know, I call it BIGLEAGUE. Big with the big league. Yeah, that's what we talk about. I don't jump every day. Every day. We got a little guy. His name is Barrett, you know. He's gonna take over the world. Yeah, we're gonna let him take over the world. They said, look, take your Ferrari, take your Porsche. You're gonna go out and say, yeah, I got no report. My name is Barrett. I'm gonna gonna kick it down. I'm gonna kick you with the rum. I got the sharp rum shaker. I made up a song, it's called the Rum Shaker. Yeah, they stole it from me. I'm not a J, I'm a giggly. I'm gonna take him to court. I'm gonna say I'm the one who wrote that song. That's short, that little beat, the one that went B-E-A-T. Yeah, it's a beat. That's right, I made it up. I made the first beat. I'm not a J sharp, but I'm sweet. Yeah, I rock and roll, I rock and roll, I rock and chip, chop, chop. Don't go near the gold toilet. I can't tell you again. I put a sign on the wall, but she just doesn't seem to look at it. She kept, do you have any freaking eyes? All you do, you gaze through things. You look through it because you're bloody. Oh my God, you just turned someone to stone and then you turned it back to life. And then you bitch of go, holy cow, burning to life. Oh yeah, you are. Cause it's Melodia, cause she burned my gold toilet just the other day. Oh, what you gonna say? I don't know, I'm gonna sway my arms back and back. Gonna say, hey, I'm gonna, oh my gosh, cause it's Saturday Night Live, yo. I can't believe we don't have more people live for this crazy puppet. Look, we're winning bigly. Winning bigly. Wow, I'm gonna take over. Oh, over the shoulder, boulder. We shot it when we were kids. What's gotta get rid of the crazy feelings and tell that crazy girl she's got the one. Fix inside, push the toilet paper, make it feel like she got something. Look, it's so funny. You can call him. You steal bites. You say, don't get in a fight. You tell me, look, you're only 14. You're gonna grow. That's what we happen to do. We're all people. You're human. You don't want to watch the TV. You're so fake people. You see a Pamela Anderson standing there. She goes, oh, look, she's Baywatch. Yeah, she did. She got her red ones, but fake. I know. I had some steaks the other night, but her husband at the time was a creepy guy. Used to play the drums, used to say it all the time. Oh, I don't know. My name is something Lee. I can't think of the first day. I don't know. I think it's Tommy Lee. I said Tommy Lee. He said, holy cow. I said Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee. I got a little crazy video with my ex-wife. Her name was Pamela Lee. That was Pamela Anderson. There's Pamela Lee Anderson. Yeah, she used to be a Baywatch. Then we said, what? Now she's got herself on the Swatch watch, and she can't say what I'm gonna do. I gotta have to Taco Bell. Guys, what the hell am I doing? So we did 4 raps last year. So much crazy stuff happened on the show. I mean, I think we did about 50 different comedies. It turned into 4 feature films, and we're working on number 5 right now, which is this, actually. This is not going to, none of this is going to be in the movie. But still, this is, it's still interesting. I don't know. I mean, I intend that most of the people calling or have no intention of playing along, which is, again, the way everybody wants to play it. It's, you know, what we do here is we create in the moment. There's no script. There's never been a script. And I don't come up here with any preconceived notions. I've shown up for 1,101 day in a row. And it surprises me, in fact, how many people don't like applaud someone showing up for that long in a row and showing up again tomorrow. It's an interesting thing to me. But to each his own. I would say, as I said this before, I respect all creators, everybody who's out there putting on a show. I think it's such a brave thing you're doing because the world is dying and we need more entertainment. So I bow to you that you're out there putting on your entertainment for your audience. And I think that's important. We need to have an outlet for the people out there so they can gather and they can get away from the negativity of this world. And however you do it, if you do it your way on your channel, do it my way on my channel, I think that's a good thing. We need to start to connect more and make this world a better place. At least that's why I show up every day for 3 years and 4 days, is it? 3 years and 5 days. And, you know, that's not the easiest thing in the world to do. 3 Christmases, Easters, you know, birthdays, my kids' birthdays, my wife's birthday. I just showed up for 2 hours every day. And I did it because I wanted to prove to people that anything is possible. And no matter how hard any challenge is, you can accomplish it. We've been reading the word impossible wrong for thousands of years. There's an apostrophe and a space in that word. I'm possible. Some brave, crazy person walks along one day and says, I could do that. And they freaking do it. Everybody else has walked by for generations saying, that's impossible. Someone walked by and said, that thing's saying I'm possible. I'm going to go do that. So maybe we can position ourselves to fail more and be open to failure, because failure only leads us to our next opportunity. We need to redirect, especially when we're in the process of understanding self. This is a world that we cannot comprehend unless we fail over and over to understand what we're good at.
When you figure out what you're good at, you could stop doing the things that you're bad at. But you can't figure out which is which until you attempt to fail. And what's crazy is for 1,101 day in a row, we come out here, I guess, attempting to fail. I came out here today to do a community call-in show again. And yesterday was so good. We have our movie already. Like tonight was not even necessary. But because I have other scenes, this is not the only scene to the movie. It's not, the whole thing's not a community call-in. There's a character here, Peter Bishop, and there's other scenes that are going to take place at the green screen where I'm out in the street. Peter Bishop's out in the street with people. Like, I got this vision in my mind for this movie. It's going to be totally different than the others. Dr. Wayne Doppler has to find his way into this movie somehow. Because the other day it was brought up, Dr. Wayne Doppler needs more screen time. I'm like, yeah, he does. Tallest man on earth? The inventor of the Doppler 5001? You don't have more screen time for that guy? He was in Batmark versus Supermark, and there's a great scene where Batmark's like staring up at this 8'9" guy. It's like, I love what we could do with the green screen. I got a 9-foot Dr. Wayne Doppler and Batmark. I'm looking up at him. It's the coolest scene. It's so much fun. It's the craziest thing in the world to have the ability to use in real time a green screen. And we did this. We shot a movie 2 weeks ago, a Christmas movie live. We found 2 scenes, and I just recorded a movie over 2 nights, and we knocked it out and we dropped it. And this is the same thing that's happening here. But at the end of the day, there are going to be 12 feature films this year at a minimum. There's going to be 156 more original songs written live right here this year at a minimum. So if you're looking for literally creation in front of you, songs being written about society, songs being written about us coming together, not dividing. You want to hear comedy in the moment that never existed in the history of time, feature films taking place in front of you. Show up tomorrow. I'll be here for the rest of my life. You want to be inspired ever? I'm here every day trying to leave something for this world. I can't control anything except for the fact that I'm coming back tomorrow. And I've said that for 1,100 plus days now. And realistically, it gets frustrating from time to time when you can't get your content to people. Music needs to be heard. These feature films are going to make people laugh. They happened in the moment. Guys, anything you ever watch on my channel happened live, improvisation. Everything is improv. There is no script. There's no idea ever. I start and we go and we create 4 feature films. Comprehensive. The Batmark versus Supermark movie, I changed 30, 40 scenes. It happened in my mind live. We shot it over a week period. And then I edited it. In June, I dropped my first feature film ever. In the last 6 months, I've released 4 films. That's why I say at a minimum, because we're going to do 18 films this year. And each one is going to make you pee your pants, so you better bring your freaking pee pad. I don't know what's going to happen yet. I just know I'm going to allow something amazing to take place right here on this program. If you're interested, shoot me a subscribe. If you're not, that's on you. But just remember, when you come across me in 3 years and we have 7 million people watching the show that night, you could say,
Oh, I was on one day, but I didn't want to follow because I follow these people. I have to go where these people go. I can't be a man on my own or a woman on my own.
do you? All right? Go watch something that inspires you. If this show makes you feel something, freaking subscribe it. You don't have to listen to what somebody else says, do you? I don't know. I'm going to go and find out. Can I? This is live improvisation. This is the moment taking place. I don't know where it goes. I'm willing to find out every day for the rest of my life. But I will tell you what. It's going to be real. It's going to be freaking powerful. And I hope you're ready. So, Peter Bishop's gone. This is the Renaissance Man Show. So, fam, friends, we did it again, didn't we? Day 1,101 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. This song right here you're hearing is one of my songs I wrote last year. You got to go away. It's how we end our show every night now. You got to go away. You got to go away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been one crazy night. Yeah, yeah. So, Fam and friends, we do this every day forever. Just the first 3 years down. And if you're interested to see if this guy shows up again tomorrow, give me a subscribe. If you're interested to see, I wonder what he writes next, how good could that song be? Give me a subscribe. There's 156 songs from last year on Spotify. You can listen to any of them. Feel free to judge any of them. Feel free to critique any of them. They were the moment taking place. You can't critique that. It's there for history. I can't change any of the words. I play them once. Everybody who does tune into this show knows this. Everything you hear, I play once, and then we'll listen back to it. But I have no idea what I did. I don't write down what chords I played. In fact, I don't know anything about the guitar. I play what I feel. I know the major chords, and then I just hear things and find them. Self-trained. I do what my heart tells me to do on this show. Like it or not, it's subjective, I know that. But just understand, I'm putting myself out there every day for the rest of my life. And just an idea for you so you understand why this show has gotten better and better every single day. Because I show up here saying I'm gonna freaking destroy yesterday's show. But in the back of my mind, before I even press stream, I'm saying, yeah, but I'm bringing C4 tomorrow. So, fam, friends, I hope you have a smile on your face, and whenever you need something positive, something inspirational, you pop onto the Renaissance Man Show. I will be here tomorrow and every other day this year. So, until next time, Bobby Chizzy, my friend, Canadian Cat, Cheryl Niles, Christopher Taylor, Sydney, yeah. You got the cognizant, my brother Rob, yeah, and Dana Shivers here too, yeah. I see Ike Duggle, yeah, and Microwave, and Pamela Swan kicking, and Paranormal Conspiracy Talk Show. I gotta say, don't you know, Pepper Chicken here too, and Raven, Kiefer, Red Storm, and a Rectangle, yeah, and Renee Woods too. You know it's what we're gonna do every night. Ron's kicking in with S-Coop, yeah, and Shay, she called in earlier. You know we're gonna get down with me. And TBN, I see you, my friend, and the lifeboat, yeah. Tommy's here, he's got the most from the positive side of things, and give him a subscribe too, yeah. And Trish Killian, I love you, and Tupac, I hope we can be cool. I don't know what I did to you, but you're cool by me. I actually respect you cause you're creating. I think you should keep doing you, and I'll keep doing me too. I love you, let's make this world a better place. Yeah, you and me, I think we can. Wages mother, that's my brother, yeah. And Z-Day, too, you know what we're gonna do. I break it down, wow, we're gonna get down. Gotta go away this time, the next time. We'll do it. We're doing hardcore. Wow. Christopher Walken style, Christopher Walken does it. Of course you're gonna do it. Go down, have a good time. Why you do it? Go down, what you gonna do? Go down, fam. Good friend would do. Whoa, where am I? Do Zoolander. What does Zoolander do? Guys, it's a crazy world we're living in. Just make sure we join here every night and forget about the negativity for a little while. We could shut it off. Even if it's just for our own benefit, you know? But a community needs to grow. Positivity only gets stronger when we come together. So my fam and friends, tomorrow, we do it all over again. Until then, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance, man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Ooh, you got to go away. You got to go away. Yeah. See you tomorrow, fam.